are live. What's good, Charles? Man, BL Saint. Welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? Happy Tuesday. We're into the week now, y'all. We are into the week now. I hope you guys are doing all right. All is well on this end. We're just doing what we do. Just trying to survive, trying to see another day. I hope all is well with you guys. Yeah, today we're gonna talk about alpha women, the boss babes, the independent queens out there. And do alpha women destroy relationships? Right? Got a video, at least one video we want to react to. We got two, really, at least two. That we're gonna react to and have this conversation. If we get lucky, we'll get a couple sisters on here. And by sisters, I don't care what color you are. We're all brothers and sisters under the skin, right? So we can have this, I think this will be a pretty good topic, a pretty good conversation. And for you dudes out there who are trying to level up, you're trying to go from being invisible to being visible to women, work your way out of the bottom 80, you definitely need to hear what we have to say about dealing with the top tier or quote unquote alpha woman. So, yeah, man, let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Get some indeed. Yeah, man. Let's definitely delve into this one. This is gonna be I think this will be a pretty cool conversation. We got Brother Mandrell in the building. What's good? Definitely one of my favorite Green Berets, man. It's always good to see Brother Mandrell out there doing his thing. We got Brother Pablo in the building. What's good, fam? I mean, if Brother Mandrell is related to Howie Mandel, that would be so funny. Howie Mandrell, that would be hilarious. Like, yeah, that's my cousin. Be hilarious. Like, yo, get us some tickets to American Idol if that's the case. You know what I mean? Trying to, me, always trying to work the network. But when you talk about alpha women, before I even get started, guys, please like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff. Please let your friends know. We're definitely growing. People are doing pretty good sharing and talking it up, even though this kind of content, YouTube don't like pushing this type of content. But when the numbers come in, the people watching it, if it's doing what it's doing, they can't really stop it. They slow it down, but they can't stop it. So I appreciate you guys for supporting and being here and rocking with me, man. I really do. Like, we are definitely going to continue to grow this platform. Shout out to Matthew Cox and Kobe, his producer. They actually dropped the episode we filmed in studio yesterday. They dropped it yesterday, so it's out there, bro. So check that out if you can on Matthew Cox's platform. Shout out to Sarah Raging Tomato. I was on there last night. Yeah, man, there was an opportunity. Sarah almost put together a really great panel that we could have delved into some stuff and had like a grown-up conversation about the red pill, about feminism, about the blue pill, about what's going on out here, male and female dating strategy and stuff like that. We were so close. We were almost there, but as it turned out, it was, no offense, love, no offense, Sarah, but that was a complete waste of my time. Just kind of sitting there on that type of panel. The way it went down, there was some good opportunity there, though. Man, we could have really had a good conversation. But I mean, let's face it, a lot of content creators, man, they're looking for the train wreck. They're gonna go long so they can farm good clips and get people to come in there because let's face it, people want to come on and yell and whatever. Most folks don't really want to have a discourse, and that's a shame. Sarah's a sharp sister, and I like what she's doing. I keep my eye on there. Keep my eye on her platform. But yeah, after last night, it's like, nah, bro, that's not where I am. That's not where Uncle Saint is. Like, I'm over here. I'm over here doing something else. Like, we really want to try to help folks. We're really trying to help young men. We're really trying to help those women who will listen. And I think the vast majority of people understand right and wrong, at least up until now. Now I question it with the younger generations. I don't know what's going on with them. But at least over here we can have these conversations like this one. Do alpha women destroy relationships? Yeah, a little bit of clickbait there. You want to put that out there so people will look at it and jump in and go crazy. But it's like, no, this is not me talking down on successful women. I'm not doing that at all. Good job. Like, make it happen. But we do have to talk about what that means in the sexual dynamic, what that means for a lot of women, especially if you believe that hypergamy is a thing, and this is what successful women, especially, um, go by. Like, if they're really locked into hypergamy, then the more money they make, the harder it's going to be for them to find a mate. Simply put, the more money they make, the more difficult it's going to be for them to find that guy, that mate, that partner, whatever term they're using these days. And the reason is the guy that they're looking for is an elite dude, and the elite dudes have a whole bunch of options. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're not bashing successful women. We're not bashing independent women, but we do have to have this conversation. I haven't watched the Patrick Bet-David video we're going to react to. Do alpha women destroy marriages? I haven't watched it, so this reaction is going to be pure. Maybe we just gotta kind of go through it and see what it do. Brother Michael's in the building. What's good, fam? The answer to the question is whatever the woman is, whether the woman is a boss babe because she is avoidantly attached and is alpha to maintain her independence out of fear of a real intimate relationship. Maybe. I think it's, I don't really dig into it too much. I think it's, do alpha women destroy relationships? Yeah, some of them do. Some of them do it. It's just like alpha men. Some of them do. The biggest thing, as far as the intimacy and the connection and being avoidant or whatever, and wanting to have their independence and not want to sacrifice that. That's all valid, bro. That really is valid. But a lot of women lose out on the opportunities to be happy in a successful relationship because of the financial part. If you want a guy who can maintain your lifestyle and you're making a ton of money, if you want a guy that can maintain your lifestyle so you can walk away from your career and be with that guy, okay, great. But that guy's going to have options. And even if that guy does it, you're going to get bored. If you're alpha enough that you've gone out here and been successful in the corporate world, you're not just going to walk away from that so you can have some babies and stay at home. You're still a hard charger. You're still an alpha. You're still top tier. So a lot of that comes into play when they get bored. But we're definitely going to get into it. And Brother Pablo Ladell saying, I was a fan of Howie Mandel when he was a stand-up. Don't watch him on American Idol. Yeah, I remember how he would walk around. He had the handbag. It was a bag shaped like a hand. And, he was doing his stand-up thing. And then he got into acting. And people forget, a lot of people don't realize that, he was one of the stand-up cast who was like doing their thing. Brother Penny's in the building. What's good, fam? And Brother Ojo's in the building as well. Boss women, based on the odds, may struggle with respecting men. They may, they will respect the men that they love. I mean, there are guys out there that they will drop everything for, but it's just hard, man. The more successful you become as a woman, the harder I believe it is to date. So yeah, do some of them destroy relationships? Yes. The short answer, yes. And they know it. They know it. I've dealt with a lot of boss babes, bro. They know it. Right? And they struggle to fix that, but they just got too much against them, bro. Too much against them. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of effort to be successful in whatever it is you're out there trying to do in life. Right. But if you hit the corporate world, especially as a female, and you get there, like you make it to upper management, and you get to the C-suite and you're single, man, it's going to be really, really difficult for you to find that significant other. It's just going to be, there's not enough guys out there that a woman at that level will feel is suitable for her, which is, cool. I mean, that is what it is. Who am I to tell you what to do? But the vast majority of men aren't going to make it that far. So, and then, when you're when you're out there, man, you're living that alpha life. You're a hard charger, man. You know, you're pushing and pushing and just keep pushing through. Um, you're gonna work hard and you're gonna play hard. So I've met a lot of alpha women who was just like men when it came to dating, especially if they just wanted to blow some steam off. Like they want to go out, you know what I mean, have some drinks or whatever, and they want to have some fun, they'll do it. Is that all boss babes? No, no, that's not all of them. You know, a lot of the alpha women that I've come across, they they have guys that they keep in their orbit that, you know, possess qualities that they like. Here's a guy over here who's the charming guy and he's handsome and he's fit and he's fun. Okay, we got that dude, so we use him for some stuff. Here's this guy over here who is successful, but maybe an introvert, a little bit weird. It's just like, or maybe he's just rude and all full of himself, but they like the fact that they can get into these black tie events or they can go into these formal events, and this is a good guy to have on their arm. He's thinking, I got a good girl on my arm. She's thinking, now this is a good dude to have on my arm for networking purposes. So he's in the rotation. Then you have a guy over here who doesn't make any money, but maybe he's just massively big. Maybe he's gangster. Maybe he's one of those dudes where like she's out with him and she's always safe. She feels safe. There's a little bit of danger there, a little bit of excitement there. Like the other two dudes might be boring, but this dude right here is not boring, but he doesn't have money, he doesn't have access, he doesn't have clout. You can't take him everywhere. Like it's one of those dudes you can't bring him to the gala. Right? That dude, and he's not gonna put on a tux. And once he gets in there, if he puts on a tux, man, he's gonna be, calling up his homeboys, trying to set people up, like how much they got, where they live, let's do it. So you can't, like, he's a little bit too gangster. Right? So you got all of these, like, some of these women, they'll have these guys that possess these different traits, but they can't find the one guy who has all these traits that they want to, commit to. And then the biggest thing is they're not going to want to give up their career. So, okay, I'm going to get into this relationship with you. And dude, let's say that they're making the same amount of money. Like the dude is making 250,000. She's making 250,000. Physically, they're compatible. They like it. It's good sex. They're both pretty. Like they make a cute couple. They enjoy each other's company and all that. Well, all right, we're going to do all this. We're going to get together. Who's going to walk away from their career? Which one is going to say, okay, I'm going to give up my career so the other one can maintain the house and do all this stuff for the couple? Right? Because the woman's going to be like, well, I got here faster than you. I'm about to surpass you here pretty quick. I'm up for partner. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get partner in my firm. You're not getting partner in your firm. You've been passed over 3 times. So if anyone should walk away from their career, it should be you. And I'll just da-da-da-da. Which brings another problem. Like, even if the guy says, okay, I'll do it. Now this woman is bringing home the money. And if dude stops doing stuff, it's like, well, that didn't mean you had to stop completely. Maybe start your own business. Maybe write that book you were talking about. Maybe, start that, that production company or whatever. See, he's like, no, I'm cool. I'll just take care of the house. That brings a problem too. There's a challenge there. It's like, well, I don't want to take care of you, kind of thing. Whereas if she was to leave her career, it's perfectly okay for dude to take care of her. I mean, that kind of fits into some norms. So there's always going to be these challenges with these, women who have become very successful. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. Me, if I find a boss babe, cool. I got no problem with her taking me out. I got no problem with her flying me to wherever. I got no problem with her, surprising me with some Louboutins or surprising me with an IWC. That's a nice timepiece, guys. I have no problem with that. She want to shower me with gifts, great. Right, but I'm older. It's like, man, whatever. But would she want to commit to me and go the distance with me? Probably not. Why? I'm retired. Right? She is the one bringing in the bread. Like, yo, you're the one just making $250,000 base and bringing in another $200,000 in bonuses or whatever. You're doing that. I'm just chilling. I'm doing my YouTube channel. Right? So if you find that woman who's okay with sharing her money, sharing her success, sharing her resources with this guy and providing all that, then okay. If she can get past the hypergamy thing and this guy checks all the other boxes, she will be happy. Will she destroy that relationship? Probably not. If she's really into him, probably not. But if she's not really into him, she's gonna She's gonna get tired of taking care of this dude, and eventually that relationship is gonna come to an end. Brother Pablo is saying, don't women know to be successful? Am I reading that correctly? Don't women know to be a successful businesswoman comes with consequences when it comes to a relationship slant children? I don't think they think it through until much later. I don't think they think it through. Right. Remember last week we were talking about that woman reading her letter when she was like, I don't want to be a traditional wife, but I'm married. I'm not going to have any babies. I'm not going to make your sandwiches. I'm not going to clean your clothes. And then that's when she was in her 20s. But then now she's in her early 40s and she's like, I want to have kids. I want to take care of someone and blah, blah, blah. She didn't think it through. It was reactionary the whole time. She was just reacting to the situation that she was confronted with. She was just reacting the whole time. And in the end, it hurt her. Like, here you are, 41 years old. You don't have a boyfriend. You don't have a significant other. And you talking about you want to find somebody and have a baby. Wow, that's going to be difficult. And we don't even know if she was a quote unquote boss babe. We don't know the kind of money she was pulling down in her field. We don't know. So when you get to the point, like you're really up there, you're flying around in the corporate jet, you're wearing everything, like your outfits are tailored. You're wearing nothing but name brands. Like I know, like I said, I know women will go out on a random night, bro, and they'll be wearing, 10, 15, $20,000 in accessories, bro. And sometimes it'll be more than that. I've seen people go out just with the Birkins, 30 grand. The purse is 30 grand. You got another 15, $20,000 in bracelets on your wrist. And then you got like a $10,000 timepiece. And you're wearing $3,000 shoes and you're wearing a $5,000 dress, right? We haven't even gotten into the makeup. So there are women out there who are absolutely killing the game and the money is there. But finding that guy can be difficult for some of them. And then for those who are in relationships, it's like, okay, the relationships break up. Now, can we just pin that on solely the fact that, they're successful? I don't think we could solely pin it on that, but that's part of it. I just really think that hypergamy aspect to it is the hypergamy thing is it's major. It's major. I think, some women need to deal with that. Now, I don't have any stats. I don't have any numbers. I don't know the percentage of women who are boss babes and they have productive relationships versus the women who don't. I don't have any stats on of the people who break up, because we know marriages in almost 50% of the time they end in divorce, and we know it's an even higher percentage of that that just aren't happy. But no one really tracks just dating, right? So we have no idea how many relationships these top tier women, these boss babes are going through. I don't think anyone's tracking it. It's kind of hard to track, right? Because what you just got their word to take for it. So, I mean, it's just one of those things, Brother Pitney. Women rarely realize their success shrinks the pool of men they'll be interested in. It has little to do with male insecurity and more to do with their desire to deal with men that outperform them. Again, back to that hypergamy and then kind of wanting what you want. I agree with you there, bro. So we're going to check out this Patrick Bet David video. In this video, they talk about alpha women destroying marriages. Do alpha women destroy marriages? About 11-minute video. We were going to watch it yesterday, but we ran out of time. And even today, I'm not going to be able to go as long as I normally go. Our Castle Club Tampa group has an event tonight in a cigar joint, and I'm going to go and check in on the brothers. So our General West will be there. That's Colonel Sanders, guys. He'll be there. We'll have our Tampa guys there, which, I'm kind of looking forward to it. Want to see them, see the guys break bread. Probably have about, 20 or so guys there, maybe a little more. Because just immediate Tampa area. We got guys in Orlando, we got guys in Jacksonville, we got guys in Fort Myers, Fort Pierce, we got guys everywhere in Florida, and then we have a whole nother city group in Miami by itself. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm not gonna go as late as we normally go. But I'm kind of curious to see what Brother Patrick Bet David has to say about successful women destroying their relationships. Let's get into it.
So do marriages fail when the wife is the alpha? And why do I ask this question for you? Because this last weekend, we're at the Vol Conference. Nearly 6,000 people in the room. The Rock is there. We're having a great time. People showing up from 100 plus countries. It's an incredible event. And at one moment, I won't show the video. I won't even talk about who the person is. But everybody has the ability to grab the mic and talk about if they had a breakthrough. A lady gets up there and she says, you know, we talk about all this stuff, but I want my husband to have a breakthrough because I'm tired of being the breadwinner. I'm tired. I want him to make more money. I want him to do this. And I've always been providing and I've been working and I've been doing this. And we're all listening to this. And we're like, whoa, very uncomfortable because.
How embarrassing is that? I'm tired of being the breadwinner. She jumps up at a conference, 6,000 people, 6,000 entrepreneurs, A-list celebrities, business people all over the place. Everybody's dressed to impress. Patrick Bet-David and Valuetainment, they do this vault thing, I think, once a year. I think the year before last, or maybe it was last year, they had Tom Brady. You know, before that, they were bringing in Mike. They had Mike Tyson, I think, the year before that. And they're constantly, you know, making this thing better. You know, shout out to Valuetainment and Patrick Bet-David, bro. Shout out to them. And the general admission on these things, man, it's not cheap, but I would say it's worth the investment. Definitely worth the networking opportunities alone. So you got people flying in from all over the world, like you said, 6,000 people there. Everyone's dressed to impress. You got all these speakers, and you know this woman jumps up. They give her the microphone, and she starts dumping on her husband. I'm waiting for my husband to have a breakthrough. I'm tired of being a breadwinner. How embarrassing is that? Right? How embarrassing is that? If that's me and my wife jumps up and does that, bro, that's the end of the relationship. That's it. Right? I'm done. I'm not gonna cause a scene there. I'm not gonna do anything. But if that lady comes back to the vault event for 2025, yeah, she'll be single. She'll be separated. Because if I'm her husband, I'm gone. That you don't do that. And the guy has to sit there and hold his frame and listen to this. His wife was supposed to be right, his right hand, dump on him. And I put that on the guy. That's what you get, bro. You chose the wrong one. You messed up somewhere in your vetting process or something. You messed up somewhere. I put that on him. But let's hear the rest of this.
I thought for a fact her husband's not going to be in the room. I said, but are you here with your husband? I am. I said, does your husband have your permission to speak? Everybody kind of looks at her. And I said, here's all I'll say. I'll give you 5 seconds, sir. I don't know who he is because I don't know where he's sitting. And she kind of looks to her left, but I don't know where it's sitting because they're pointing. I said, I'll give you 5 seconds if you want to speak. If not, I'm going to move on because I don't want to put you on the spotlight. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't stand up. I said, no problem. Marriage is hard. It's not easy. Do your thing. We'll move on. And the next, topic of discussion, I said, if you guys want to open up the next day and talk about it, we'll be here. If you don't, totally get it as well. Next day, they don't come to the mic. Everybody was waiting for it. Everybody knew. Nothing happens. We continue. So then the conversation starts. Well, we're going to dinner. Does it work? Does it not work? I don't know. This is not about this. It's not about what's wrong with that. What's wrong if the woman's the alpha and all this other stuff? Look, I got a bunch of different data for you. 70% of divorces are initiated by the wife. I got some data and I got some points on if it's a good idea or not. And at the end of the day, if you agree with me, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you don't agree with me, comment below and let us know how you feel. All right, so let me show you some data here from 1972 till 2022, husbands being the main breadwinner, wives being the main breadwinner, and egalitarian, which means the husband and the wife make 40 to 60% of the household income together. And if those statistics have gone up, have gone down, what it looks like. So here's what.
Here come the numbers, guys. I wonder... I know if you're watching this, if you're on this platform, if you're on this side of the internet, I already know what y'all think. Y'all think of what I'm thinking. It's probably bad for the couples where the woman is the breadwinner. I would say that those relationships, those marriages probably end in divorce. And when it's equal, the egalitarian, relationships, when it's kind of equal, I think maybe the divorce rate is probably, equal as well. It's probably 50-50. Probably half of those work, half of them don't work. And then when a guy is the breadwinner, maybe those divorces are less. But I think it's more than just the numbers. I think those guys who are the bread were sole breadwinners and the head of the household, and they're doing their thing, and they have the right woman. That woman loves that guy. It's more than just the money. It is more than just the money. I think the money is a big piece of it, but it's more like these dudes tend to be more respectful. Some of them aren't. But these guys, like, they cherish their woman, they cherish their wife, and they know because they found the right woman that she helped him 1000x. So he loves her. He knows that she's the secret to my success. She's the reason we're here. He's going to show her all the respect, and she's going to show him all the respect, and it just kind of works. I think that's how the numbers are going to reflect here. I think. Let's see
what it looks like. The black are husband's primary or sole breadwinner, okay? Pink is egalitarian. They both make money. Yellow is wife as the primary or sole breadwinner of the household. In 1972, 85% of husbands were the primary breadwinner. In 1972, egalitarian was only 11% husband and wives, and wives were only 5%. Remember, this was only 52 years ago. Fast forward to today, husbands dropped 30% from 85% to 55%. They lost 30%. That's a lot right there, right? Egalitarian went from 11% to 29%. That means a third of marriages, both the husband and the wife makes the same amount of money, but the wives went from 5% to 18%, nearly 4x, making more money than the husbands do as the main breadwinner. Somebody may say, what's wrong with that? We want equality. We want this. We want that. Now, according to Forbes Advisor, these are the reasons why people get married, and also
And when you see those numbers, you going from the 70s until today. I mean, there was a lot going on. There's a lot going on with how society views women. There's a lot going on with women becoming independent, doing their own thing. You have the whole second and third wave feminism thing going on. Society is kind of programming women to go a certain way. You have that push for girls to go to college and all that. That makes sense. If you people who are college educated earn more over a lifetime than over a career than people who aren't college educated. And it doesn't matter what your degree is in. That's why you have so many women who go and study stuff. Doesn't really mean anything, but they come out and get hired by corporations. So you had all that. The media that was going on, that makes sense. I can see how the money is gonna change. Guys are making less, women are making more. Okay, and like what Pat was saying, what's wrong with? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but that is definitely going to have an effect on the relationship part, right? All of this is one big old machine with all these little cogs in there, right? When the input changes, the output's going to change. That's definitely going to have an effect on the relationship part. The independence thing, women get to choose now, whereas before women were looking to find good men, husbands. They had their family and their village, the community trying to help them find a good guy. People were bringing kids together, like this is good pairing. We don't do that anymore, right? We just don't. Every night, it's everyone for themselves. Women get to choose who they want to choose. Dudes get to choose who they want to choose, right? And this is when the hypergamy with respect to dating comes into play. Where all women tend to want the same type dude. And if you are one of those dudes, you're in the minority, so you get to choose, and you're gonna have your fun doing whatever it is you want to do, working it however you want to work it. So all that comes into play, along with the shift in the earnings part and who is bringing the money home today versus who was bringing the money home, 30, 40 years ago, wherever it was.
Different reasons why people get divorced. Marriage, number one. Financial security, 42%. Then it's companionship. Then love, formal act of making a commitment to start a family, convenience, medical insurance, legal reasons, societal or family pressures. Now, these are the reasons and factors why there's a divorce. Lack of family support, infidelity, lack of compatibility, lack of intimacy, too much conflict or arguing, financial stress, lack of commitment, parenting differences, marrying too young, opposing values or morals, substance abuse, domestic violence, and last but not least, pursuing different lifestyles. So ladies, you may want to do woosah or earmuffs if you don't want to watch it, or skip the video because you're going to get pissed off. I'm going to read you a letter, okay? This is an article from Glamour. It's an open letter. And the title of this article says, "An open letter from an alpha woman unable to love." Okay. So you read this article. This is written by a lady named Suzanne Venker, who wrote a book called The Alpha Female's Guide to Men and Marriage.
Now, y'all saw the quick clip of that woman, right? She was average, maybe a half step above average, depending on where she is in the country or on the planet. Certainly she's able to get herself a guy. Certainly there were men pursuing her. Like, I'm talking about today, and she's older now, but definitely when she was in her 20s or whatever, she had opportunities at love, quote unquote, right? But she chose not to. She chose to chase the career, to chase the bag. Nothing wrong with that. So Patrick Bet-David already said, hey, trigger alert, ladies, y'all might not want to hear this because I'm going to read this open letter from a woman, a boss babe, a successful alpha woman. Now I definitely want to hear this.
Is what she talks about. So the writer of this article, Elizabeth Logan, wrote this 7 years ago. I'll read you the second paragraph. She says, Venker's thesis is that marriages don't work when one partner, namely the woman, is demanding, unyielding, and unable to be pleased by anything the other partner does. And sure, don't be an asshole to your spouse, might seem like a basic tenet of marriage, but Venker explains this is actually a big problem with our current generation that needs to be addressed right now. Why? Because women, having been groomed to be leaders rather than to be wives, those leadership qualities like being bossy, demanding, which will definitely help you to get ahead in the office, are apparently antithetical to the three things that Venker says makes a good marriage: respect, compromise, and sex. But of course, you might be thinking, wait, it's totally possible for a woman to be both a leader and a wife, but please trust Ms. Venker when she says it's absolutely not. This attitude of leadership may get women ahead at work, says Venker, but when it comes to love, it will land them in a ditch. Don't ask what the hell attitude of leadership is supposed to mean. Just go with her on this one. Work skills are the opposite of love skills, okay? The more you work, the less you love. Got it? Why did I think it was a good idea to bring a cover letter and resume on a date?
It makes sense to me. Right. We were talking, not too long ago, with Sister Kate was on. Actually, speaking of Sister Kate, she may be with us on Thursday. I just have to check an email. We've kind of locked in a soft date and time. So yeah, she might be here on Thursday. But remember, we were reacting to her video. And, we were talking about what men really want and basically what it boils down to peace. But it was like, she's like peace, happiness, and joy. But it really boils down to peace. And then especially the top tier guys. So if you are a female and you have a top tier guy, whether you are a barista at Starbucks or, you are a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, that man wants peace. If that dude is alpha, he's only going to take so much before he leaves. Trust me, he understands that he can replace his significant other if it came down to that. He knows he can replace you, period. And the older he gets, doesn't matter, right? Trump's old ass is still pulling down 30-year-olds. Trump's power, money, clout, influence. So ladies, peace is the number one thing. If you come home to your wife and you have to compete for leadership, you have to compete for who runs the house. I've done with that. Having to have a woman trying to alpha you. She's trying to be more masculine than you. No. There's no way you're going to deal with that if you're a dude. Really, I'm like, if you're a dude that has confidence, you're not going to deal with that. I don't care where you are on the spectrum, where you are financially. If you're a dude, no self-respecting dude is going to come home and deal with a woman trying to out masculine him, trying to out alpha him. And for those guys who do, I think that's just a poor existence. Miss AKA ladies in the building, what's good, sis? So she just stopping through real quick. Appreciate you. Wouldn't being a leader negatively affect how a man treats a woman too? If being a leader makes you a bad partner? Depends on his leadership style, I would say. But someone has to be in command and someone has to be the executive officer. And I think that men should be in command and when relationships, and when the man is in command, I think that those relationships tend to do better. Now, does that mean that if a woman is in command of the relationship, she's the leader, that relationship is doomed to fail? No, but we're going to look at these numbers. I'm pretty sure Patrick Bet-David probably got some more numbers, or we're going to listen to what they're saying in this piece. But it depends on the people and what they agree to and what they want. If you're a guy out there who wants his woman to be in charge and you want a mother wife, That's y'all great. Go ahead, make that happen. But I've come across so many women who get to the point where they're like, I'm tired of being in charge. I'm tired of being alpha. I'm tired of being masculine. I'm tired of making decisions. How come he just can't do this, that, and the third? And that normally leads to some sort of a downfall. I can't tell you how many times I've been in communications that turned into more. I've been in conversations that turned into, something more romantic because the woman was complaining about her dude not being strong enough, not being alpha enough, not being able, he's a pushover, he's a wimp. Like he doesn't take care of everything. Sometimes I just want someone to order for me. You hear some shit like that, and then I'll order her another Chardonnay. Just lightweight joking, but at the same time, it's part of the game. And then she'll look over. If she gives you that look, you order her another Chardonnay. I just wish that sometimes a man would just take command. You just order another Chardonnay, and then that's when you begin to break down the barriers. That's when you test out the waters. Hey, you start taking command. Hey, let's go to this place over here. I want to show you something. And you grab her by the hand and you lead her out the place. And a lot of people are like, man, that can't take it. That can't get you too far, bro. The fact that she's talking to you means she's interested in you, bro. She's not over there she didn't just decide to talk to you because you happen to be sitting there. She's talking to you because she's attracted to you. You're listening. You're not putting your foot in your mouth, right? Because that's what we talk about over here. Just keep your mouth shut. Don't put your foot in your mouth, right? She's talking about her significant other. You don't know they're married necessarily, but she got a boyfriend. Boyfriends, if y'all are just boyfriends, girlfriends, that's in play. If y'all married, that's something different, right? If I know you're married, I probably won't mess with you. But if you a dime, I'll probably ignore that rule. But here's a woman. She's placed herself in your orbit. She's open to the conversation. You might have to get the conversation started. You got the conversation started. Now she's talking about how she's not happy in her situation. It might be because of, she's tired of being in command. She wants someone to take over, blah, 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 whatever it happens to be. You take that key. You zone in on that. You order her another drink. Right now, you're having fun with it. You grab her by the hand, you lead her to the next place. Let's get out of here. Let's go over to this place over here. Right. I'm telling you, by the end of the night, y'all might be doing something in the back of the car, or y'all might, be in a hotel room somewhere doing something. She might go that far. Right. And why is that? Because she's not happy in her situation. And they're like, oh, Uncle Saint, man, there you go. You over here homemaking. I ain't homemaking. Right, that's what she wanted to do. Remember, women control access to the Foxy Brown. Oh, speaking of making hoes, Base Oracle in the building. She's like, women will drive the bus off the cliff. That's crazy. Hand her the wheel. See what happens. Dimes don't exist. It's a term of pedestalization. Nah, if you're a beautiful woman, you're a beautiful woman. And maybe that's how you pedestalize on your end, fam. But nah, bro, I mess with the most attractive women that I come across. They're tens, they're dimes in my book. I use that. I'm not pedestalizing anybody. I don't tell her she's a dime. I don't be like, oh, you're so beautiful. I leave that to the simpletons over there. But the fact that I'm engaging with you, like if I'm engaging with you, ladies, you a dime. Point blank period. If I'm taking time out of my day to come holler at you, you a dime. That's just where I'm at with it. I'm not out there just trying to rake up numbers. I'm not out there for the body count anymore. I'm not out there just trying to smash. Right? I'm in it for something different right now. So if I take my time and engage with you, yeah. You the one. But that's funny. Good to see you, brother Bass. Bass, man, I was on Raging Tomatoes show last night, bro. Sarah's my people, man. I like her. I got love for Sarah, but I just don't see myself doing anything like that again, bro. She's like, so you're a dirty Mac if she's bad enough. Hey, bro, like I said, listen, if she's fine enough, if she's the total package, I might look the other way, bro. And that's, again, I'm not perfect. I might look the other way, though. I most certainly will. I most certainly will. Let's continue with the video.
Why do I pester every boyfriend with weekly timesheets and ask to be reimbursed for all expenses incurred on the job? All right, because I'm a workaholic monster. Now watch this. She continues, okay? Venker says, every relationship requires a masculine and a feminine energy to thrive. If women want to find peace with men, they must find their feminine That is where their real power lies. Being feminine isn't about being beautiful or svelte, or even about wearing high heels, although those things are nice. Being feminine is a state of mind. It's an attitude. She continues, in essence, being feminine means being nice, writes Venker. Niceness by women is the key to the healthy relationships that women are solely in charge of maintaining. In case you're not fully convinced of the wisdom of the radical be nice doctrine, Venker has sources. She quotes quite seriously a man named Chuck who once commented on her website, a strong woman is awesome, but she must be inviting and be able to mesh into an actual relationship. Needing to dominate and overpower, that is a no-go. Venker also quotes Jackie Kennedy. There are two kinds of women, those who want power in the world and those who want power in bed. So look, if you want to read the rest of the open letter, you can find it and go through it. But when you talk about egalitarian, husband and wife make about the same amount of money, 40 to 60% of the income, or wife's the breadwinner. If the wife's the breadwinner, you guys choose to have kids. Here's an article from Fortune. Most married women still carrying a heavier burden at home. So paid work, husbands more than wife. Leisure, husbands more than wife. Caregiving, look at wives, more than husbands. Housework, more than husbands. So what happens if you're like, hey, I went to school, I'm going to beat my husband, I'm going to make more money than him, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. All right. And you're like, well, my kids are still expecting me to be a mother. And a mother has a burden. They don't want to be an average mother. They want to be a good mother. They want to deliver. Great. And you still are expected to be a wife. It's a lot of work. And you still are expected to be a sister. It's a lot of work. Sisters like to be good sisters, right? You still are expected to be a good daughter. Girls want to be good for their mom and dad as well. It's a different kind of a burden a girl has than a son has, right? And then you have your own things you want to do, taking care of your health, taking care of yourself. So imagine you're like, I've bought into this concept of beating men. I'm same as you. Equality, feminism. Yes, I can kick your ass, and I'm making more money than my brother, than my husband, than my cousin. I'm freaking burned out. I don't want this, but I don't respect the man I marry because now officially I'm the husband, she's a wife. I don't want to be married to a wife. I want to be married to a husband. You indirectly have taken that away from him. Now somebody said, well, this is on the man. Yes, I don't disagree. This is why I recommend men reading the book No More Mr. Nice Guy. It's a tough book, by the way, when you read it. You're going to be challenged a lot, right? But somebody listen and say, yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of want my husband to be the husband. And normally that transition of going like this, it's so big because he's been like that to you, gradually going like this. And now you want me to change overnight? Oof, tough to do. Right? And that's exactly what happened at this event. Another lady got up and says, I'm on my second marriage. First marriage was 10 years. Second marriage was 10 years as well. It's probably not going to be working out. It's like, why? Maybe if that's what you're solving for, just money, totally get it. But if it's more than that, it's tough to do. Watch this article here. A couple things on marriage.com.
You know, when you are truly alpha as a female, and if the money is the most important thing, it's going to be hard to have a committed relationship that's going to go the distance because it takes so much work. There are people out there who would rather put the work into making money and not put the work into making a relationship work. Now with dudes, a dude will commit to a woman. I love you. I'm going to do everything I can. Let me go out here and make as much money as I can for our family. But I'm going to still come home and I'm still going to, tend to your needs emotionally. We still going to do things, as a family and all that. The guy still, in my opinion, has to come home and lead. When there has to be a decision made, I think he should make it. Now, he might defer and say, well, whatever you want to do, love, is fine. And he means it like, oh, whatever you want to do. I've been there, sometimes when when women are like, okay, I want to go out. You want to go out? Okay, I'll suggest a place. Okay, let's go to whatever, Cheesecake Factory, right? I'm just throwing out names. Let's go to Cheesecake Factory. I don't know if I want to go there. Okay, fine. I'm done. I don't throw out any more names. Right? So let me know where you want to go and, get ready. We can get out of here. But she wants you to continue to play that game and name, 50 or 60 places until you name the place that she wants. Because she doesn't know if she wants sushi. She doesn't know if she wants steak. She doesn't know if she wants chicken. She doesn't know if she wants whatever. She doesn't know if she wants to go to that place that has that really good martini that she wants. She doesn't know if she wants to go to that place that has a really good dessert that she wants. And it's like, look, I really don't want to go out. So women say, I don't want an alpha man. I want it to be a partnership, but I also want him to know what I want when I want it. It's like, come on, babe. This guy's been working all day. He's been busting his butt. He's out here. He's got his mind is on a project that's ongoing right now. So, and he's taking time out so he can come here and tend to his home and tend to his wife and his children. And here she is doing this, right? So if the dude just makes the decision, we going here back to the Cheesecake Factory. You know what? We're going to the Cheesecake Factory. Well, I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, well, I asked you where you wanted to go and you didn't tell me, so we're going to the Cheesecake Factory. That's what I said. It's final. Now he's an asshole. Right? Now he's an asshole. So what you need is a woman who understands you and you understand her, and you guys can avoid that. Now, if you have that situation pop up and you want your relationship to work, y'all got to talk y'all way through it. And y'all got to come up with a way like, look, babe, you know I'm working hard. You know what these projects we're working on. I'm not coming home to that. Real talk. Like if you want to go somewhere, know where you want to go, tell me, we can make that happen. But I don't have the bandwidth to try to go and play that game with you. We're not going to play that game. You got to be able to say that. And, you know, some people can't get past it. They get mad. Who do you think you are? I think I'm the leader. That's who I am. I'm the guy that takes care of this. So the women can be the same way. You had that conversation and she'll be like, who do you think you are? And you're like, well, I'm the leader. And she could be like, no, I'm the one that pays for this. So now you got that dynamic, right? The money does come into play. So as a couple, y'all got to sit down and figure it out. But a lot of the alpha women, they've been alpha for so long, they're not trying to negotiate. Nah, bro, we doing it this way or you can leave. And then all you got to do is look at the divorce rates, right? That's how it boils down. Brother Michael Lee in the building was good. Let's continue.
Why this doesn't work out. Wife's playing the mother. The wife starts treating her husband like a child. So if the boss babe is making all this money, look at your husband as your son. And you look at your husband and say, you don't respect your son. You didn't marry a man to be your son. You married a man to be your man. You don't look at him like that anymore. It's your son. Hey, clean up. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I want you. You talk to your husband like that. You don't respect your husband if you talk like that, right? Compare him to other men. You know what other men do? You know, the emotional manipulation, you know, the aggression, all these other things that's going on, you know, other interests, you know, fighting, comparison, neglecting, and then, you know, you don't do as much as I do. Do you understand what I do for this man? Do you know what I'm saying? Finally, the man is like, dude, listen, man, I can't do this anymore. That's what's going on today. And unfortunately, many women bought into this feminist movement, and there is no, I want to get a refund. Many lost 10 years. Some lost 20 years. Some lost 30 years. Some are in their 60s, not married, no kids, but they're a boss babe. Was that the right choice? If it's what you wanted, all in. But if you're watching this and you're kind of like, man, I do not want that part. Well, you may want to consider changing your strategy before it backfires on you. In most cases like this, the husband is so burned out and the wife is so done that they're like, dude, I don't even know if we can go through this or not. But if you believe in God, you go to church, you have a community you're a part of, and it's a true decision that you guys want to make collectively together, and you want to find a way to make it work with your kids, with a lot of effort and focus on it, it could work. But it will be very hard, and it will be a lot of work. But for some of you that are maybe single, not married yet, you can always, they say wisdom is when you can borrow from other people's experiences to learn from them. This is an opportunity to be wise, not just smart. Again, ladies, before you come and slash my tires, how dare you make a video like this and make my husband and I argue? Fellas, I'm also talking to you. Why did you let this happen to you? Huh? Who told you this was the right thing to do? Did the mob screaming off the top of their lungs convince you and close you that you need to be this feminine husband? Is that what they did to you? Well, listen, you're also part of the problem. I'm not sitting here going after women. It's 50-50. Both of you bought into this nonsensical type of idea. And now you're realizing it's not an idea I wanted to buy into, okay? So if you got value and you agree with this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I don't think it's going to be many of you. But if you're like, screw you, Pat, comment below. I'm going to read all your comments to see what you really have to say. I'll pay attention to your comments. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, I got another one. You're going to love the title of this next one. You ready for this one? The title of this next one is Why Men Live Harder Lives Than Women. Oh my God, I'm sure the title just fired you up. Go watch the video and either get a little bit more insight or get pissed off, whichever kind of a person you are. Go enjoy that video. Take care, everybody. Love you.
Patrick Bet David, y'all. Whoa. Why men live harder lives than women. I don't even think I'm gonna touch that one. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know if I'm gonna touch that one. Shout out to Patrick Bet David Valuetainment. Please like and subscribe over there, guys. Check out what they're doing. Bam, hit that like. You know, I'm already subscribed. Check them out over there. 5.93 million subscribers. Like I said, Pat's a good guy. I've been fortunate enough to meet Patrick Bet David and have conversations with him, man. Good guy. Great story. True self-made man. That part about alpha women and more like beta guys, or dudes who are like, okay, I'm okay with this non-traditional relationship or this new way of doing business, and then they get into it and they realize they don't like it. He's right. That's on both of them. The men and women both have to share that. That's on them. If they get into that situation and they realize they don't like that, did y'all have that conversation before you got married? Did y'all set the ground rules? Did y'all set y'all guardrails? Right? Because if you didn't, and this is just how it went down, and y'all just kind of going along to get along, and it didn't work, well, shit, then that's on you, player. That's on you, ma'am. Y'all screwed that up. Miss AKA lady, if a man tells you you make too much money, therefore you're masculine, he is a hater. My money doesn't make me masculine. It makes me successful. Guys can be insecure. That's why most women don't like broke men. That's valid. That's valid. I hear you, sis. That's valid. Now, I started this video off by saying that this is not me trying to hate on successful women. Don't hate on successful women, right? If you a dude and you're dealing with a woman and you don't like the fact that she out earns you, that's a you problem, right? Again, but as a man, if you're going to get into a relationship with a woman who makes more money, that's fine. If she throws the money in your face, if she dictates how this relationship is going to go, and you agree to those terms, hey, bro, that's what you agreed to. I don't hate on women who make money. I really don't. I've been with, like I said, y'all know I rock with the 1%. You don't think I'm messing around with the 1% women? Come on now. I've been there, done that. Like the money really isn't the issue. It's the time spent. If women continue to have to take care of you, it's going to be a problem, whereas men can do that and are expected to take care of their women. So it's when people tell you it's a brave new world, this is the new norm, it's not. It's not. There are very, very few women. Now, there's a very low percentage of women out there, especially if she's beautiful, especially if she's a go-getter, especially if she's successful, that's going to take care of a man. There's just not a lot of them out there. Are there some out there? Yes. Yes. And as a dude, you got enough game to where you hollering at this chick and you come to find out this woman is earning $500,000 a year and she is financially, leagues above you. You got a choice to make. Right? And it doesn't matter, like, having the money. A female having money does not make her masculine. It doesn't. It's how she carries herself. The money is just whatever, but it's how she carries herself. Is she the type of woman that when she gets upset, she's going to throw it in your face? Right? Is she the type of woman that's going to remind you that those shoes you're wearing, I bought those shoes, I paid for the roof over your head, I paid for that refrigerator and all the food in it? Is she saying that? Right? Because when dudes say it, they're wrong too. If she's saying that, I mean, that's just the equivalent of her, marking you, bro. She's pissing all over you. She got her leg up. You the one sitting down. She the one leaving the seat up. Like, it is what it is, brother Lee, Michael Lee. Brother DL, I will never, ever take a so-called alpha woman serious. She is just recreational usage. Nothing more, nothing less. Bro, every woman you holler at is recreational use, man. Yo, brother Michael out there, brother Michael Lee out there just smashing. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you, cuz you out there just getting it in. Every woman you talk about is rec use only, bro. So get that, man. Get it. Brother Michael don't care, man. He out there. That's how he doing. That's how he doing, bro. Let me get that. That's how he doing. He trying to smash. That's that. Just go. We just doing that, right? But at some point, you'll get to the point where that may change. If you start looking for a woman, like, again, you can have an alpha type female, and I mean, shit, she can have alpha traits as a female and be making $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year. There are women out there who just, maybe they were the kids who were raised to take care of other kids. Maybe they're the ones who were like, maybe they had weak parents and the parents were always looking to them to kind of lightweight run the house. Those alpha traits really have nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with them. Right? So if you come across a woman who has masculine traits, but she's really into you, man, them traits fall away, bro. You'll never see them. She'll never do it. She knows that is lightweight disrespectful, and she's not going to come at you with that because she knows you're the type of dude that will leave her, right? You will leave her. Trust and believe women know that. They know this. Some of them go too far, and they go too far all the time. Again, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're, wealthy or, that they have all this money, but they have alpha traits. They got masculine traits. Like maybe they were kind of raised that way. My daughter doesn't have masculine traits. My daughter is very feminine, but she's a nerdy girl, but she's very feminine. And I pay attention to that. If my daughter was like tomboyish and had very masculine traits, we would talk about it. You got to talk. I would talk to her now. She's still young. I mean, let's talk about this. But she has feminine. She's a girl. She's not a girly girl, but she's a girl. She's, and she's becoming more and more feminine. She's talking about homecoming now. I'm like, oh my goodness, my daughter's talking about homecoming. She's talking about the colors for homecoming. Like now she's gonna need a dress or like a, some sort of cocktail dress or whatever. So I like call up godmom. Had to call up godmom. Hey, your godbaby's ready to go shopping. Oh, and godmom was like, oh yeah, she's been waiting for this. So she's gonna fly in just to take her goddaughter shopping, and we're gonna talk about homecoming. And so I'm bringing in a superior feminine woman, like to talk to my daughter so she can see elegance. She can see it in every day, just walking around, shopping, looking at stuff. However women do what women do, she's going to have that with her godmom, which to me is like great because I can't provide that. Right. So, and there's nothing masculine, there's nothing alpha popping off around that. And her godmom is very successful. And when she at work, she takes care of business. But even when she takes care of business, she does it in a very feminine manner. She shuts these alpha dudes down. It's hilarious. These guys don't know what to do. Right. So, but does she have alpha traits? Sure. But it comes from a very feminine place. Brother Grios is in the building. What's good, man? I had a girl I was smashing a while back. And when I heard the words alpha female come out of her mouth, I knew it would be recreational use only. There's some dudes out there who like that trait, bro. They like that trait. And like I said, Brother Griot's brother Michael Lee, man, y'all out here just smashing. So every woman y'all come across right now is rec use only, man. And I ain't mad at you, bro. I am not mad at y'all. There's no such thing as an alpha female. There are women out there with these alpha traits. I tell you what, bro. Brother Michael Lee is like, the man should always be the breadwinner, DL, in my opinion. Yeah, but we live in a world where sometimes that may not be possible. Yeah. Jennifer Lopez messed with a dude who was a dancer. I think they had a baby. He raised the child pretty much all on his own, but J-Lo paid all the money or whatever. So you want to talk about the roles reversing. And you would think that, well, damn, J-Lo, you got everything else. You obviously love this dude. Like, why don't y'all just try to make it work? She's like, maybe it was just something about him that, she didn't like, but more than likely, maybe he was like, I don't like the fact that, she's the breadwinner. Who knows? But he won in the long term with, kind of. Like he didn't have to pay child support and he got an opportunity to raise his child to the best of his ability. But it's crazy out there. But there are dudes out there, man, like, most guys just want female attention. They don't care, right? They'll take masculine, they'll take, crass, crude, they'll take big girls, they don't care. And we'll fall all the way in love. It's just, again, this boils down to the woman. Like she might have second thoughts. Like, I'm tired of taking care of this dude. I'm sick of this dude sitting around just eating and not doing nothing. And yeah, he's clean, like the yard's taken care of. He's cleaned the kitchen and the house and, washed the clothes. He's doing all this stuff. That might turn her off. Like, I really wanted a guy that's going to take care of me. I want to be the one sitting in the house eating ice cream, waiting for my man to come home from a hard day's work. And you just never know, right? They switch it up. So, if I think that the scenario in which the male is the breadwinner, I think those scenarios have success more than the other way, but I don't have any data on that. Brother Pitney, he was like, let her go with the short list and let Michael Lee tell us who he takes seriously. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man, like Brother Michael Lee is out here just smashing, bro. He out here just doing his thing. I've been there, done that. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's like every woman we talk about, rec use only, rec use only. And sister Miss AKA ladies like, see, that's why I can't be with someone I have to take care of. No, sir. Ooh, not adopting a grown man. I can't respect it. If you haven't figured it out how you provide for yourself, well, then what did TLC say about scrubs? I don't want no scrubs. Yeah. I was on Raging Tomatoes panel last night, and based, if you're still here, bro, man, we had an opportunity to have a really good conversation, man. We had some pretty good people on the panel, but we had one person that just, messed it all up, right? Just takes the one bad apple. And not that they were a bad apple, it's just that, Sarah put them on the panel. So it is what it is. But there was an opportunity to talk about just this. There was a couple people, as always, when you're talking to folks who come from this new wave, this new world of thinking, yeah, women can take care of men, and it's not a big thing, and blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I've talked to quite a few women. Of course, this is anecdotal, but I haven't come across one yet that says, yeah, I'll take care of a man in a long-term relationship. Not one yet. And Miss AKA lady is right here. Like, nah, I ain't taking care of no dude. But it's fine for dudes to take care of women, which I think it is. But it's just one of those things. It's the boss babe stuff don't work. And you have some women out there who will think like, well, if you're going to be alpha, you got to be alpha all the way. You can't just shut it off. I think I had that conversation with Suzette Speaks on her platform years ago. Like, you just don't turn off the alpha. If you're at work trying to make partner, if you're at work trying to be the, COO or get that promotion, that shit you don't turn it off when you get in the car, when you're about to walk into the house. No. And if your husband ain't on that level, you're going to let him have it. Now, are there some people that make it work? Yes, of course. Of course, there's some couples that make it work. Of course. But for the vast majority of us, I'm with Miss AKA lady. It's not going to work. What do you mean you ain't got your money right? You can't be with me if you ain't got your money right. What are you talking about? And that's what it is, Brother Michael Lee. Like, DL, not to change the subject, if you meet the right woman, would you consider having another child in the future? No, sir. No, sir. I would not. I'm not doing that. That's just a personal thing. I know guys who got the old snippety snip, snip, snip. They got fixed, right? They were married, happily married, and all of a sudden it didn't work. Wife left, took the kids, took the house, all that, right? And in the scenario that I'm thinking of, she had the money. She actually had the money. So she was the quote unquote alpha, right? She was the breadwinner. Even though he was making a ton of money, she had more. So got divorced. He wasn't prepared for it. It hit him from out of nowhere. It really wrecked him. I remember it. Like, it was for like 6 months there. Like, bro was touch and go. Like, we were checking on him, making sure he didn't, delete himself. It was bad, bro. It was really, really bad. But he was able to get past it. He pushed through it. And then he met a woman. Actually from another country. He met her here in the States, but she was a Chinese national, if I'm not mistaken. Started a relationship, got unfixed, and had a baby. Uncle Saint won't do that. I'm not having any more kids, bro. I'm too old, man. I'm not having any more kids. That's not something I want to do. I'm just going to stay fixed. I'm just going to shoot my blanks, bro. But good question. Appreciate that. Brother Grios, if I told you the rest of the reasons why you would understand, LOL, yeah, it's always more reasons than just that. Brother Mandrell, that was Britney Spears, not J-Lo. No, Britney Spears did it, but J-Lo did it too. J-Lo had a baby by a dancer, if I'm not mistaken, early in her career, before she hit the big money. I think it was J-Lo. Britney Spears did it too. I could be confusing the two though, bro. You might be right, bro. Don't get me, Okay, it was Britney Spears. Like, it was Britney. But I was almost certain J-Lo had a child with a man, less status, less money. But it's probably, I got him confused. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Bad white girl, bad Latina, either or. Whew, it wouldn't matter. I don't know, Brother Michael Lee, if J-Lo or Britney came to me talking about, put a baby in the oven, I don't know. I might get unfixed for that. I might go ahead and get unfixed just for that one. But that wouldn't, I'm just joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I'm not having any more kids, bro. I'm just not doing it, man. Like, being a father is a rough gig. It's a great gig. It's rewarding. It can be, but Nah, I'm just too old, bro. I'm just too old. But Patrick Beck David, man, came with the RP Thunder, and again, like when you had these conversations, a lot of women, they get upset. I don't know why. Like, why are you mad? If it works, it works, but it's probably not gonna, like grown up women ain't trying to take care of no dude. If you meet a woman in her 30s, man, she ain't trying to take care of no dude. Especially if she's a single mom, she's not trying to do that. She's not trying to do that. Like, so, and then young girls, they don't know any better. So they'll spend whatever money they got on a dude. It is what it is. Um, like we talk about strippers all the time. The strippers are constantly spending money on their guys, but that's like another thing. Is just where they're headed. They're just on something different, but they're constantly spending money. But their money, like, well, people say, well, then she's alpha, like, nah, that money ain't guaranteed. Like, she's a dancer. Like, you just don't know what happens in that world. She might go in, this week and make $30,000, and she might not make another dime for the rest, for the next 2 months. It's weird like that sometimes, bro. They'll hit a big lick, and then boom, money just kind of dry up. Like, I've seen it. It's just one of those things. So when they get the money, they spend the money. They kind of they blow their money the way they blow their lives in a way. It's kind of like they just go through the money because they're like, oh, it's gonna be more money tomorrow. But that's why it's bad to date a dancer, because she always knows if she's in a pension, she has to have X amount of dollars. If she has to have $2,000, she knows she can get it, and she knows who she can get it from, and she knows what she has to do to get the money. So that's why it's really tough dealing with girls in sex business, in exotic dancers. That's part of it. So it is what it is. We got Brother Viking Paradigm in the building. It's good. Miss AKA lady is saying that RP hoes in tight to having kids. So many people don't want to have kids. People don't understand how hard a kids are in a relationship. Yeah. Having children is really difficult. I think the main reason people aren't having kids today, and I don't think it's a red pill thing. I think the reason people aren't having children today, or couples today having kids, because they're so expensive. Life is expensive right now, and what people want is expensive. So, I mean, you're looking at, mortgage or your rent, your car, your insurance. That's probably more than 50% of your pay just right there. And then you add to that children. Man, kids are so expensive, man, especially when they're little, like when they first get here, with, diapers and always buying new clothes and baby wipes and, equipment. Man, you constantly buying something, bro. Baby food and formula and milk and all that kind of stuff. I mean, constantly, you want to eat healthy. So you're buying better food, which is not a bad thing, but it costs more. And then when the kids get older, there's a lot that the kids need. Like my daughter, for band, you'll need $300 here, $200 there. Homecoming's coming up. You're gonna have to buy a homecoming dress. That's gonna be a couple $100. Gotta buy shoes. Gotta get her hair done. There's certain things that you gotta do. Um, kids cost money. You got to drive them all over the place. Gas is up. You got to drive them here, there, and everywhere. You got to buy equipment. Like we always need. Matter of fact, now I think about it, I guess another piece of equipment I got to buy for her band stuff. So there's always something. And my daughter only wants to do band. What about those kids that are playing soccer, volleyball? They're doing cheerleader. You got football, soccer for the boys, baseball, basketball. Think of all that stuff you got to buy for them kids. You got a couple kids. My goodness, kids are expensive. So you got these young couples today, like, man, they just can't afford kids, man. They'll get a dog. They'll get a cat. They get a ferret. They just can't afford it. They'll take trips, put the money away. They're still trying to get into some sort of home. So, like they're looking at, my man, the average median household is about 415,000 is like to buy. Maybe we can get ourselves a little condo. Don't buy a condo in Florida right now. It's all jacked up. So like, oh, maybe I get a townhouse. They're trying to figure things out. And some of them like, you know what? I'm just happy being in this relationship. And they don't even care. So there's a lot of people who just like, man, we can't afford it. Brother Viking is saying, yeah, that and women today will use your kids as a weapon too. They could, and don't get twisted. A lot of women do that, but there are men out there who know how to do that too. There are guys who have really nice, kind of naive women And these dudes will run to court first. Now you see that now when it's always a race to the courthouse to who's going to file first. There are ways to kind of get your kids, although most states are trying to get to where it's automatic 50-50 custody. But yeah, women will do that, but there are dudes out there to do shit too. But you know, that one right there, that's a predominantly female thing. And it works. It works. Been there, done that. When you're forced, when people, you know what, Viking, you're right. They use their children as pawns on the board, and they'll use their children as weapons against you. They know that you're going to do everything you can. They'll drain you. They'll use the system to drain you. And then once you've been drained and pretty much broken, now you're just kind of stuck on stupid. And that's sad. That is very sad. But hey, guys, learn that quick. Learn that early. Don't get yourself in this situation, because if you do, it's probably not going to work out for you, bro. Brother Michael, exactly. I feel like if you are not financially free, you shouldn't have no kids at all, in my opinion. Yeah, man, kids cost a lot of money, man. Life of Cash is in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you. You know what I mean? And Brother Michael, he's like, also modern women are not raised to be wives nowadays. They're raised to be successful. I mean, there's some truth in that, what Brother Michael was saying right there. And I don't think he means that in a malicious way, but I think he's correct. You know, women today are raised to be independent. They're not raised to be wives. They're not. I'm the one teaching my daughter how to cook and trying to teach her how to clean. She's getting there. You know, it's going to take work, but it used to be like grandma and the aunties and mommy would be teaching the girls. Like, I remember when I was little, we would sit down at the table, and then our female cousins and stuff like that, aunts would come in and serve the men first. And then, man, when's the last time y'all seen that? You feel me? Like, when's the last time y'all seen that? Miss AKA lady, I spend over $500 a month on food in addition to supplementary growing food, like for the garden and stuff like that. Yeah, it could be cheaper, but I can't pump my kids up with trash food. Sports, social events are expensive. Facts. Life of Cash. Ask Tyrese about love, marriage, prenups, and divorce. Good point, bro. Like, good point, though. Good point. And here's the thing. And this is, you know, when we talk about red pill over here, this is what I like to get at. Understand the risk that you are taking if you are going to engage in this sort of thing. If you're going to get married, you're going to get married without a prenup. And if it goes bad, which is better than 50% chance it will, do not cry to nobody. Don't be on TV crying and all that kind of stuff. I can't believe she's Tyrese. I can't believe she over here trying to save somebody else's marriage while at the same time she's planning to walk out on her marriage. Yeah, bro, that's what they do. And she planned it all out, and she did it when I was away. Yeah, bro, that's how it works. All's fair in love and war, my friend. And it hurt Tyrese. I can see how bad this thing hurts him, bro. I mean, to the point where he got locked up over this. Like, I mean, bro, it happens, man. It happens, man. Like, this is, I hate to tell you, but it's bad, man. So you have to know these things. That is the red pill truth. Understand how this stuff works. Accept it. And then when it's time to make your decision, if you meet the person that you are willing to risk this with, then go ahead, man, give it a shot. Right? But if she really loves you, I don't see why she wouldn't sign the prenup. If you have that much to lose, I don't see why she wouldn't sign the prenup. Like I said, I tell women, you want a real cheat code, you dealing with a top tier guy, a real top tier dude, a 1%er type, you come up with the paperwork. You go get the prenup drawn up and say, hey, I'm willing to make any changes or whatever, but I found this prenup and this is how it covers. If, you know, it covers you for this, and this, because I understand you're bringing way more to this relationship than myself. So, you know, you might bring that to him. He might really fall in love with you. Let his emotions go. Like, you know what? We don't need this, baby, because I love you. And you won, baby. You bring the prenup and he says, nah, we don't need that. I'm just going to tear that up because I know you care about me. We're going to go the distance. You won, sis. But I would say that's the play. Go out and get the prenup. Say, hey, and ladies, if you're talking about marrying a dude and you got way more than him, yeah, come with the prenup. No one's going to give you a hard time on that. If women say, yeah, I made this man sign a prenup before we got married, I'm like, yeah, you go, girl power. Dude did the same thing. You misogynist. Why are you going to make her do that? You don't trust her? You think she's going to do something? Like, bro, y'all ain't say none of that shit when the old girl got her prenup. Why why I gotta get all this static when it's time for me to get my prenup? Yeah, brother Frank, like, yep, go in wide, eyes wide open. Just understand how it works. Women have it easier in the dating marketplace. No kidding. There's one more video I want to go over before I get out of here, before we wrap this up. In this next video, this woman is she has alpha traits, but she's not a wealthy man, and this a wealthy woman. And this is Rich Cooper. The reason I want to go over this is to show you it's not all about money. And the most important reason I want to go over this is like, dudes, stop approaching random chicks. Like, pay attention to what you're doing, get your game right. Learn how to read social cues. Quit putting yourself out there like that. It's just done. We're about to get into it in a second. But this woman right here is 100% alpha. She is definitely masculine. She has these masculine traits. She looks masculine. So you have to, this is just a good video I want to throw out here on the tail end of this thing. Miss AKA lady, like, I teach both my kids the same thing: how to pray, cook, clean, learn, and have common sense. Those lessons are universal facts. Like, sounds low vibration. Yep. Show your man you really care about him and not the money. That's the play for female. Ladies, if you're dealing with a 1%er, that's your play. Show him you care about him, not the money. Here's the prenup, babe. I'm thinking about you. I'm not trying to take anything from you. I'm ready to move forward with you. I want to make sure that you're secure in this, this love thing we're about to do or whatever. He will appreciate you for it. The lead attorney showed that 50% of divorce can be more like 70%. Yeah, the way I look at them, like, we all agree that half of marriages end in divorce, but there are a lot of relationships that fail that don't end in divorce. So you got 50% of relationships fail to end in a divorce, but you have even more relationships that fail, and they just come up with other creative ways around the divorce. But the relationship fails. So it's better than 50% chance it's not going to work in America. And it is what it is. Like, brother Viking, like, Dio's cooking. I'm over here going, yup. It is what it is, man. And this red pill thing works for women too. Like, if women are over here right now, Overwatch up there with brother Viking, and it's like, listen, just listen to the game, soak it in. If you find yourself in a position where you talking to a 1% dude, you're gonna need game to lock him down, because every woman wants that dude. So you're gonna have to be able to lock him down, and that's how you do it: adding value, showing that you care about him more than you care. Like, you care about his financial self more than you care about your financial self. I'm gonna make sure that you don't get hurt in this. I'm accepting the fact that this contract benefits me and not you. So here, let's protect that part, because I want to be with you. Ladies, if y'all do that, that's game. That's game. Miss AKA lady, prenup equals work it out when you still love each other. Not a bad thing. Yeah. Not a bad thing. Why let the state get involved in how y'all break this up? How about y'all come up with the terms why you guys are good? It's normal conversation. Hey, if this thing doesn't work, this is how we're going to do it. Great. Let's do it that way. Well, let's add this for me and take that out. Cool. I'll take that out. We'll add this for me and boom, boom, boom. But, a lot of people, when they get into negotiations, that's when they start having trouble, because then you realize this person is willing to take advantage of the situation. Maybe this isn't the person I want to marry. And that happens. And you know what? That could be a good thing. Definitely post-nups, brother Cash. Definitely post-nups if you could do it. Prenups, post-nups, do what you can. Like, just understand what you're getting yourself into. Like, just prepare for the worst. If it may come, like, all right, cool. I'm just prepared for it. Right. And I think that I think it was the lead attorney was saying that you need both. You really want the prenup and post-nup. I think, like, once you got a prenup and then go in and do a post-nup or something like that. It was one of those attorneys talking about it, but I ain't never getting married, so I'm not really worried about it. But y'all should be if you're thinking about getting married. If you're thinking about getting married, you should definitely worry about it. So we're gonna this is Entrepreneurs in Cars. This is Rich Cooper. You guys know I'm always talking about Rich Cooper. He did a quick short. Cop learns that hitting on tattooed woman is a bad idea. Hitting on any woman is a bad idea if you don't know what you're doing. If your game ain't right, if you're not comfortable in what you are doing, bro, you really need to be tuned in to where you are and who you talking to, period. So let's definitely watch this, because in my opinion, this guy was wrong. But Brother Rich makes some very, very good observations, and we definitely need to check this out. So this is Rich Cooper right here, Entrepreneurs in Cars himself. Real good dude. Haven't met him in person yet, but we will soon. I've been on his platform, had quite a few conversations with him, man. Solid dude. Check him out. Entrepreneurs in Cars, and what's this other one? Unplugged Alpha is the other one, which is the name of his book back there. Unplugged Alpha and Entrepreneurs in Cars. Rich Cooper, check him out. But let's listen to what he has to say about this cop who tried to make a play on this tattooed woman.
All right, what's up, my brothers? You don't always want to make remarks or comments to women that you're attracted to. I'm going to explain. There's a video clip here that runs for about 2 minutes. I'm going to share with you in a second. It got almost 10 million views on my Twitter X profile when I shared it. But this is a gal that's at a gym and doing what she does on TikTok. She'll go and record a video afterwards and tell you why she's got the ick over something. So I'm going to provide a little bit of feedback after I play this. My editor is going to have to edit out some of the, well, all of the swear words actually, because she's got a bit of a trucker's mouth. But I'll give you some feedback after we play this. Let's have a listen.
So an Ottawa police officer just sexually harassed me at the gym. As one does, of course. He was doing chest flies. I was standing in front of him and I was respecting him in his space and wanted him to be able to see his form. So I kept moving out of the way so that he could see himself in the mirror. And after I did this twice, he stops me and he's like, yeah, it's okay. I may just be a dirty old man. Here it comes. But I almost don't mind if you're standing in front of me while I do this. And I did what we all do as women when we get comments like that. I just went, turned around.
So right off rip, fellas, if you find yourself in the gym, I tell this to dudes all the time, bro, I don't try to holler at women in the gym. I'm in the gym to work out. I go in there, do what I got to do, and I'm out. I'm not trying to talk to anybody. I don't need any gym buddies. I don't want to go into any, Spartan events or hang out with these people. I go into the gym, do what I got to do, and I leave. That's me. I'm not trying to holler at any of the women in there. Right? But Scam likely. Right? Scam's a dude, he'll go in there and he's like, yeah, I like fit women, so I like talking to women in the gym. I'm like, bro, you're gonna come off with some weirdo vibes, bro. Your game to holler at women in the gym has to be damn near superior. Like your game has to be fucking perfect. And you have to really know that this woman is digging you. Like I said, if she's digging you, there's certain things that she will do. There's certain subtle hints that you got to catch, and she will put herself in your orbit. But even me, I don't care. I'm not trying to holler at nobody. And if a woman wants to talk to me in the gym, she got to come up and talk to me. She got to come up and talk to me, bro. I got the headphones on, bro. I'm in there doing my thing. I'm not looking at nobody. I pull my hat all the way down, and I'm in there. I do my thing, and I get the fuck out. I don't want anything to do with, the gym folks. And the few people who have run up on me in the gym, well, from the gym, they caught me at the smoothie shop next door, or they caught me at some event somewhere and I'm like, hey, don't you go to such and such gym? Like, yeah, I go there. What's up? Hey, I've seen you there quite. What's your name? Yo, my name's Saint. What's good? Yeah, I see you. Like you were in the airborne. You were in the military. Like, yes, I was. Like, I'm still not trying to talk to her. Right? Like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm in that gym. If this goes bad, I got to find another gym. Nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. That's me. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Right? If you want to burn that location, that's what you're going to wind up doing. As this dude burned the location because he's hollering at this chick. And look at all those tattoos. What the hell are you thinking? Let's continue.
And I was like, and then I was really pissed and went to turn around to tell him, like, this is not okay. And here is why. And he was gone. I got a Good Life associate, told her, and she wanted to see where it happened so that she could find it on camera. Because I was like, fuck, I don't want to come back here with this dude. Like, I'm uncomfortable as shit right now. He was there. I was like, oh, this is him. Confronted him. And then when I told him that was not okay, you made me feel uncomfortable, he was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, like this is not cool. It's not okay. Then he tells me, I actually rescind my apology. Anyway, here's the video. And I kept moving out of the way. Oh, that's him. Ew. She's too. Oh, fuck off. No. I don't give a shit. It's inappropriate. I don't appreciate it. And it made me feel uncomfortable. This is a place where I come to feel safe. I'm sure. Oh, I should be. Yeah, yes, I know. And they made me feel unsafe. I don't appreciate that. And for me to have to go, oh, no, it's okay. No, it's not okay. I'm autistic. This is my safe space. I come here to lift, and you're disgusting. As I'm moving out of the list, you can see yourself in the mirror. You.
Wow.
Wow, what?
I rescind my apologies. You're nuts.
All right, let's hit the road and get some.
Yeah, she is a little bit out there, bro. You know, why didn't you say that from the very beginning? And then you go and get somebody. Now you feel you have the authority of all these people. Now you want to go up and you want to show your ass with all this extra stuff, right? This is my safe space. Okay, then why don't we have female-only gyms? This shit won't happen in there. That's a truly safe space, right? Open up a female-only gym and see what happens. See who joins. Right? So this is where, like, bro, again, this red pill stuff, man. This is why when I go to the gym, I go to the gym. I'm in there, I'm doing my thing, and I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with the drama. I don't want nothing to do with because there's always going to be that high school bullshit that jumps off in every place you go to. I don't care if it's your favorite Latin club, it's your favorite bar, it's your gym, whatever. It's always going to be the rumors and people talking about he doing her and she doing him and da. I ain't got time for none of that. And this chick right here, like this chick right here, bro, you know, like Brother Michael Lee, like tatted up women, not my cup of tea. Rec use only. That's on your rec use only list, bro. Or you saying like I ain't messing with them at all? Yeah, when you got tats to go all the way up your neck, face tattoos and stuff like that, nah, I'm not fucking with you. If you got tattoos like you got sleeves and all that, I'm probably not fucking with you. But that's if I do mess with you, then yeah, that's when I'm like Brother Michael Lee. I'm like, yeah, it's rec use only. 100%. And you're right, man. That self-deprecation is not game. Like I said, if you in the gym or wherever you at, fellas, this is why y'all gotta have y'all game on point. This dude should have realized that she wasn't messing with him, or he misread the signals. Right? I mean, just bottom line. You know, just bottom line. And like the posting up stuff, you know, Miss AKA Lady and Life of Cash are going back and forth. This was some good points there. He called himself a dirty old man, so she treated him like one. Facts. Right? It's an interwebs. It's like justified. I mean, it's y'all going back on that thing, but bro, this is why, gentlemen, y'all better know what y'all doing. This is that guy's fault. This whole encounter is his fault. He should have kept his mouth shut. He doesn't have any game. He doesn't understand how the world works. His social skills are shit. And he's up in Canada, and that's what happened to him. So let's listen to what Brother Rich has to say.
Some feedback on this one here. So first thing I should mention is she would not be upset at all if she was attracted to this guy.
Fact.
This was probably, well, he's definitely older, as she described, but probably an out of shape guy that she wasn't attracted to. If a woman is attracted to a guy and he makes a remark, in this case, he just said something along the lines of, it's okay, you know, you can block me, you know, you can block my reflection in front of the mirror, you're attractive, essentially is what he said. And not the exact words, but essentially what he said. I find you attractive. It's fine for you to stand in my reflection. I don't mind looking at you. Again, if she found him like a hot dude, she's turned on by him, she would have definitely been a hell of a lot more receptive and not been upset at all, and certainly wouldn't have sat in her car making this long ass video and walking back and editing it all back together. None of that would have happened because he would have probably gotten her number and they would have been out on a date. So this went horribly wrong for this guy. He's a cop. The last thing you want to do as a cop is have a bad public reputation. She mentions his profession, it's up in Ottawa, and a Good Life gym. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy heard about it from his commanding officer or some superior somewhere in the force. That would be unfortunate for him for just making a warm remark about a woman he found attractive. What if I said to you guys in my red flag chapter in my book about tattoos, heavily tattooed women and piercing? They're to be avoided. And this is a classic example of one that went absolutely pretty much batshit crazy, if we can put it that way. Going back into the gym, dragging an associate with her to confront this guy and then talk about looking at the surveillance footage, the CCTV camera. As far as I know, I have a friend that owns a gym. He's got cameras in his gym. They don't record audio, it's just video. So I'm not really sure what they would do with a video recording of him talking to her as she's talking to him at a distance around in a public place with a whole bunch of people. That really wouldn't accomplish anything. I'm sure it wouldn't solidify her case at all whatsoever. But guys, The point of this video, what I'm trying to make here, that I'm trying to solidify in your mind, is that if a woman doesn't give you indicators of interest, if she's not attracted to you, do not waste your time. Now, you might say, well, how do you determine that? How am I supposed to know, Rich? Well, I'll tell you, look, if you're at a gym and a woman looks at you and she smiles, if a woman keeps looking at you and she's got a slight grin, even a slight smile on her face, you know she's interested, right? If you're working out on a machine and she comes up to you and she says, hey, do you have many more sets left? And you engage in dialogue and conversation that goes somewhere, you know, and she asks for your name, she's obviously interested, okay? If she's not interested in you guys, she will not show any indications of interest to you. Do not go out of your way. Do not say anything nice or kind or fond to her. As you can see, it can and does blow up in your face. Imagine you're a cop, a firefighter, a doctor. I'm not sure how she knew he was a cop. Maybe he was wearing an Ottawa Police Force t-shirt or something like that. Or maybe it was brought up after the fact when she cut the video. But she managed to name this guy and his profession. So this can be detrimental to you. Do not waste your time with women that are not showing indications of interest to you. Do not talk to women like this. And especially chicks covered in tattoos like this, like she's basically wearing nothing to the gym. Like I've seen women wear even less, smaller tops than that, but she's essentially wearing nothing to the gym, covered in tattoos, neck tattoo from here all the way down. Like she's got tats on more of her skin than she doesn't. And you're wondering, you know, is this a good chick that I should make a pass at? Some guys think, oh, you know, she's covered in tattoos, she's crazy in the head, crazy in the bed. And they're probably right. But if she's not interested in you, don't waste your time. You might lose your job. You might get a negative report filed against you. And don't think, not because you're not on your job or working somewhere, if you're in public space or in public office or in a place where you can be identified, it's very, very common for Karens like this to go to your superior to file a complaint and then raise that concern. Oh, I didn't feel safe. I'm autistic. I don't feel comfortable in this space. This chick is not a small woman. She's not small or petite. You can tell she's large in stature by how much space she takes up in the seat of a car, the length of, you know, her arms from elbow joint to wrist sort of thing. That's how you can tell about somebody's height. She looks like she's about 6 foot tall. There's absolutely no reason why she should be walking around going, oh, I'm scared, I don't feel safe, and then throwing in, I'm autistic. I don't know what that has anything to do with it, but it's like, you know, you're going to get this new generation of women that if they're not attracted to you, they'll basically throw everything and see what sticks. And if it doesn't stick and it falls down, they'll just throw some new shit. So guys, be very careful out there. This is how you get Me Too'd. This is how you get complaints filed against you. This is how you can potentially lose your job or get suspended. I know right now there's guys in the comments going, yep, I experienced something like this. Blah, 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 blah. I've had guys approach me in the gym that recognize me, and they'll be, you know, Rich, everything you say is right. Da, 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 da. Let me share my horror story with you. And lo and behold, I've had several guys that have shared a very similar story where they've had complaints filed against them by, you know, other patrons of the gym. And I remember this guy that came up to me this one time. He was wearing a t-shirt, but he was wearing these like biker shorts, essentially, that like the spandex shorts you see cyclists wear, except for he wasn't wearing shorts on top of them. That's all he was wearing, so you could see everything. And it's like, dude, if you're going to approach a girl, you know, with your nutsack basically in their face, and you're talking to them about, you know, your interest in them, if they're not interested in you, they will use that as one of the very reasons to complain about you. This guy ended up getting his gym membership suspended, right? My brothers, you got to be careful. Only approach women that express indications of interest to you. Again,
bro, Rich Cooper is one of my favorite content creators, bro. This dude right here is fire. This is the brother who calls the manosphere the mano swamp. He's been around from the beginning, and he's really out to help those who want to be helped. He's out there looking for those dudes who are out there. He's actually he's looking for the 10%ers. He's looking for those dudes. I'm looking for the 20%ers, the 20%ers, the 25%ers. He's looking for the 10%ers. He's looking for those guys who are really trying to take it there. This guy's a self-made millionaire. You know, he's had multiple businesses. He's passionate about exotic cars. You know, he's up in Canada. Real good guy, right? I haven't met him in person yet, but the conversations that we've had and stuff like that, man, like, good dude. But he's 100% correct. And this is why I don't mess with the gym. Bro, if you a dude out there, you walking around in spandex shorts with, like biker shorts, that's it. Probably ain't got no drawers on under. You ain't got no shorts on above it and a t-shirt. And you walking around the gym dressed like that, man. Who the hell? How did you get out the house like that? This is what I'm talking about, bro. Be socially in tune with what's going on. What the hell are you thinking? That's just dumb. Can't believe they're suspending my gym membership. I can, right? And I'm pretty sure you went out there messing with the wrong women a bunch of times. You just, dude, what the? But, it's a numbers game, right, Unc? You said it's a numbers game. Yes, it's a numbers game, but you still have to know what you're doing. Right? Don't approach anybody where you got see-through balls, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? That's just dumb. Right? Just like this guy, this cop guy who's sitting there trying to holler at this woman. And he's right about the crazy. I think that Mother's Nature's way of keeping crazy in the gene pool is making them like elite sex people, bro. Like they I don't know if it's the same for dudes, but for women, Lord have mercy, crazy girls give you the best, bro. The absolute best. I think it's just Mother Nature's way of keeping crazy people in the gene pool. Fellas, y'all got to get y'all game up. Game is essential, especially now. Especially when you can make a misstep and it could cost you money. It could cost you your job. If you get suspended from the gym, I don't think they refund you your month or whatever. So you can't come to the gym for a month, but you already paid them your monthly dues or whatever. It's your fault, fellas. It's your fault. Right? You can't holler at all women everywhere all the time unless your game is on par. There's a few dudes, not a few, but there are dudes out there who can pull it off. But I'm the guy's like, bro, man, you ain't got to talk to all these chicks. Dimes only. If this police guy followed my advice and only talked to dimes, he wouldn't have said a word to this woman because there's nothing attractive about her. Average at best. And even with the tattoos, like the tattoos really put her at a 4 to me. She's a sub 5 out there like that. And, she was really happy to have the attention all bullshit aside. She was happy to be able to make this video, came in there, got all big, all the F-bombs and this and that. And she's like, dude was just, right, this is what you get for having sorry game, fellas. Get it together, right? Gentlemen, get it together, right? Don't shit where you eat, bro. If you're in the gym and you like your gym, I'm telling you, man, don't holler at none of these girls. Now, if you gamed up like that and you want to go ahead and give it a shot, go ahead and give it a shot. But if it goes bad with one of these chicks, you run up on one of these crazy chicks, you take her out or whatever, y'all do whatever, she go back to the crib, smash you. Now, when she sees you in the gym, she's demanding all your attention. She's walking up on you, jumping on you, wrapping her legs around you, all this other kind of shit, because she's trying to mark you because she know all the other girls are trying to get at you. That happens, gentlemen. These women talk. This woman had absolutely zero interest in you, and then her friend Tina, and she can't stand Tina. Tina has interest and really thinks Tina likes you and wants to go over and holler at you. So this girl's going to run over and smash you first. Miss Crazy is going to go over there and just throw it to you, just give it to you, so she can run back and tell Tina and ultimately mess up your game. So, bro, and then now here you are stuck in this situation, and guess what? Now you're looking for another gym. Now you got to go through the trouble of finding some other place. My gym is walking distance. If I had to find another gym, man, I'd be mad as hell over something like that. Like, damn it, I know better. Right? Fellas, get your game up. Point blank period, get your game up. Yes, it is a numbers game. Yes, you want to talk to as many women as possible. Yes, but you don't want to do it that way. I would, if again, even when I say, hey, I always be talking shit and blah, 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 I don't do that in the gym. When I go to the gym, I handle my business. I don't say anything flirtatious or whatever to the person that, sometimes you got the woman at the front gate when you check in or whatever. Hey, how you doing? That's it. I go straight to the row machine, do my warm up. I'm on there for about 5 or 8 minutes, just doing my warm ups on the row machine. Get off the row machine, whatever I'm going to work. I start scoping out the section that I'm going to need to work out in. I'm looking at who's okay. I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I'm doing chest. All right, let me go over here and do this. I got that. I can hit the bench press. Cool. I can hit that machine over there. Cool. I can get the dumbbells over there. Cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing that. I'm not talking to anybody. I don't want any friends, nothing personal. But look, man, I'm here to work out, man. I'm not here to be cool with y'all. And you see the people who are there every day at the same time. You see those folks, and they see you and they trying to make eye contact, trying to lock eyes. Nope. Got my hat pulled down. I got my head bopping. I got my music on, got the headphones on. I am not trying to be social. Not in here. I ain't really trying to rock with you like that. Every now and then someone corner you, like I say, they walk up, hey, how many more you got on this and blah, 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 blah. Say what I got to say, keep it moving. Right? I've had women come over and ask me questions. I'm like, you might want to ask them right there. They work here. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. And most of the time, I don't even like taking my head. They keep talking. They stand in front of you and just keep talking. Finally, you got to do one of these things. And then they ask you something silly. It's like, nah, go holler at them at the front desk. I don't know. Right. And I get right back to my workout. And again, and more often than not, that's the woman trying to put herself in my orbit. It didn't work. Like she tried, making eye contact. That didn't work. She came up, kind of got close, trying to put herself in my orbit. That didn't work. So now she's like, well, I'm going to go ahead and ask a question, right? I'm going to initiate contact. And then I'm like, yeah, nah, go talk to them people. So that didn't work. That's a strikeout for her. Right? I'm not on that. I'm not here for that. And then they go walk around. The last thing they do is they go walk around, start, hey, that one guy that wears the hat, the dude with the airborne tattoo or the guy with the big cross on his arm. Yeah, that one, the black guy. Yeah. Do y'all know him? Who is that? I'm like, no, we don't know him. Like, yeah, dude comes in around the same time every day. Yeah, I see him. I know you're talking about. No one knows him. Like, no. Dude don't try to holler. Like, nah. Right. Come in there, and then some dude will come in there like, yeah, he comes in, does his workout, and he leaves. Like, yeah, how long has he been coming here? Like, I've been seeing him for a couple of years now. He comes in here, does his workout, and he leaves. And I know exactly who you're talking about. Right? It's like, yeah, he wears the black hat. No logos on it, just the black hat, right? He has his headphones on. Yeah, that dude, yeah. And they're like, wow, I don't know. I just, thought maybe you guys would know him. Be nice to know him. He seems like a cool guy. Like, he comes in here to work out. That's me. Sometimes you want to be that guy. You're going to have one place where you ain't getting caught up in no bullshit. This cop got caught up in some bullshit. And Rich Cooper is right. It probably did follow it back to his home. Well, home being work. Probably following him back to work. Right? What if this guy is married? What if this guy's in a long-term relationship and it gets back to the girl? Just because he's talking, I don't mind having you in front of me. Silly ass, dumb ass line. Those tire lines don't work anymore, bro. That might have worked for you back in the 80s and 90s. Today is gonna make you viral. Today is gonna get you in a position where you might get in trouble at work. For what? Some crazed looking, average looking tattooed woman? Are you serious? Are you serious? And Rich was right. If she was in the dude from the very beginning, she'd have ate that up. She would have loved it. She would have loved it. Guys, y'all need to understand that women are looking to get this content, bro. They are looking to get it. How is it that you're going to fall for that bullshit, bro? Don't fall for it, gentlemen. Don't fall for it. Not in the gym. Now, if you want to go ahead and, run your game in the gym, go right ahead, bro. But me, I don't do it. I don't do it. Like the biker shorts thing, like, bro, Michael, man, you right, bro. Yeah, baddie boy business, bro. You for real. Like, what are they thinking? Like, what are they thinking, bro? Miss AKA ladies, like, yeah, man, approaching a woman who isn't attractive is dangerous business. As a woman, this is pure facts. I mean, bro. Y'all got to understand now, if you're in a nightclub, if you're in a bar, if you're in a lounge, go ahead. If you want to go and try your holla, holla, holla and shoot your game, go ahead. Run up to whoever. It is what it is. Women understand it. Dudes understand it. But guys, y'all got to pick the ones. I'm at a point now where I really don't holler at women, man. Like, they really have to put themselves damn near bump up against me for me to even say something. I'm talking about the pretty ones, the dimes. Like the average women, nah, I don't even want to have a conversation with them. I just don't. Like, I'm not even trying to talk to you, shorty. Just think about it. 72 to 75% of Americans are either overweight or obese, right? So only 1 in 4, only 1 in 4 are not overweight or obese. I'm talking about people in general, men and women. So keep that in mind. Like, bro, and they coming out, man, they bold with it. So fellas, don't fall for this, man. Don't fall for this, guys. Get your game up. Get your social awareness together. Be smart. Understand your surroundings. Understand where you are and come up with a better icebreaker. Just come up with a better icebreaker. And like I said, try it in the grocery store. That could work if you got a pretty good icebreaker, in the lounges, in the bars. Like I said, I was watching a Bengals game and had some woman come up trying to get in into my orbit. Like, no, she was too big. Wasn't messing with her. And the thing with her was she was just too ghetto. This Latin woman, she was too ghetto. I heard her earlier and, talking to a bunch of her friends. Like, nah, all of her friends left. That's another thing I know is like all of her friends left and she stayed behind. Nah, she's trying to holler at me. Man, we get the hell up out of here. I ran up out of there and I will never go back to that bar, by the way. Not because of her. That bar just ain't my speed. Brother Michael is saying also, DL, women pick and choose. As soon as a woman lay eyes on you, it will let you know if she is attracted to you. Yeah, I mean, she could be like scoping out the room. Some guys will see, like maybe lock eyes with her for a second as she's scanning the room and he'll think, oh, she's checking me out. Like, I don't think so. You got to, wait and see if she comes back. Wait and see if her eyes come back to you. But yeah, if you know how to pay attention to her choosing signals and if a woman's into you, you'll know. If she's interested, you'll know. And then when you walk up, again, it's all about the icebreaker. It's about the icebreaker, bro. Come up and say what you want to say. How it works really well. Hey, how you doing? Like we said, compliment something about like, her outfit or her nails or something like that. Just pick something like, oh, that's real nice. That's unique. Or ask her her name, right? Don't spend too much time over there. Give yourself 45 seconds or so. 45 seconds to a minute and a half, maybe. And you're out. And if she's digging you, she'll come plant herself next to you. I tell dudes to just wait for them to put themselves in your orbit. Once they do that, then you know what's up. You know what it is. Brother Ojo in the building, what's good, fam? It's like, DL, could you expand on your bad paperwork related to false accusations point that you made the other night? Bad paperwork is a jail term. So if you get locked up as a male and you wind up in someone's prison, or what they're going to do is they're going to look at your paperwork. So wherever you go in jail, I've never been locked up. I'm just telling you from my friends who have been locked up. Wherever you go, you take your paperwork with you. Your paperwork follows you, and they can look and see what you were charged with, and they can look at, what crimes you committed. The whole jail, the whole prison, they're going to know. The COs, the corrections officers. The corrections officers will make sure people know, like, yeah, this is a guy who did that thing to that girl that was on the news and da. This is the guy that was messing with the kids. No one likes, people who get caught up with essay and all that. Right. So when you got, it's bad enough you got to go to jail. But if you're going to jail with certain crimes that you committed, like you going to jail with, you were found guilty on certain crimes, that makes your time really, really hard. There's a YouTuber, I forget his name, but the name of his podcast is Lockdown 23-1. Like, check that out if you want more information on what it's like to actually be locked up. Like, if you have bad paperwork in some jail systems, like if you out in Cali and you in there for, some crime committed against women or whatever, bro, and let's say you only in there for 8 months, you might not make it. You're going to be a target. People are going to come after you. You might not make it. Same thing out here in Florida, Ohio, doesn't matter. So bad paperwork relates to that. You don't want to go to jail with bad paperwork, bro. If you go to jail because you got locked up for armed robbery, you got locked up for some gangbanging, or you got locked up for some, one of those type crimes, you're like, I don't know, grand theft or all that kind of stuff. You're doing that kind of stuff. There's like normal crimes. Then all right, you just a regular dude, whatever. But you get in there and it's something to do with kids. It's something to do with hurting women, bro. You're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, bro. And they're going to get it. Right? Whatever you got accused of or whatever. So that's why that part to me was, and Ojo was talking about last night. I was on Raging Tomato. We were talking about this, and we were talking about false accusations and how it affects men. And it's like, bro, if you cop to a charge that says that you like second or third degree, grape or, SA, bro, that's going to be some hard time. Because you're not going to a camp, you got to go with the hard criminals, because that's where they're going to put you. They're not going to put you over there with the guys who did the financial fraud and all that kind of stuff. You're going over there with the, with the real criminals. And, they just don't like that, man. Criminals don't like that. They don't like when dudes commit those kind of crimes. So that's what I was talking about, bad paperwork. If you have certain crimes on your paperwork when you get locked up, that's what it means, is bad paperwork. And you're going to have to literally fight for your life. What really makes that bad is you didn't even do it. You're just copping a plea because you can't prove you didn't do it and you're trying to avoid more time. So that's just a bad situation, bro. We'll definitely cover that. We'll definitely cover that at some point. Like, how to deal with false accusations and how you how to keep yourself out of that situation. Look at what this guy here in this video was dealing with. Look at what the cop guy was dealing with just because he was saying, hey, I wouldn't mind if you were working out in front of me. I'm just a dirty old man here. Ha 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 ha. Look at that. Now imagine if he really did something bad, something violent, bro. And when he got in the jail, that dude, 2 strikes. You a cop and you did this? Oh my goodness. Yeah, and Brother Penny is right, man. They do have those itchy Twitter fingers, bro. They want that attention. It is what it is. Brother Mandrell, that's why that's the way I am. I go to the gym to work out, period. Yeah. Yeah. Plus you got somebody, bro. But I think what Brother Mandrell is saying, like, yeah, he never was trying to hit on nobody at the gym, man. Let that be your sanctuary. Don't get in there, and try to holler at women. Like I said, Scam Likely, that's his thing. And I was telling Scam, like, no, bro. And we went to the same gym. How about that? Never saw Scam. He used to live right around the corner from me. We worked out in the same gym. I never saw him. He never saw me. Hat down, went in there, did my workout, got the hell out. He would go in there and hang out, trying to talk to chicks or whatever. He's like, hey, because they were like, oh, you at the gym over here? Hey, so-and-so saying names, so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. I'm like, nah, bro. I don't socialize in there, bro. I come in there, do my workout, and I leave. I don't know anybody in there, and no one in there knows me. He was like, oh, because this girl's fine. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to holler at nobody in the gym. And that's when we went back and forth. I'm like, I wouldn't do that if I was you, bro. But that's his thing. That's his thing. And look at that. Even Miss AK lady was asking Brother Mandrell, like, well, what, wouldn't you consider if she's high? Like, he's like, nope, Mandrell, like, I don't want to get me too. And this dudes, y'all got to understand that this is a real thing. This is what happens, y'all. This could happen. You got to be careful. You got to be careful, bro. Make sure you know what you're doing. Focus on your game. Focus on social cues. Focus on, getting your social awareness up. That is so important today, guys. It's so important. Hey, thank you, Brother Penny. Yeah, you want women to wait for women to put themselves in your orbit, fellas. That I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that is the best way. Wait for women to put themselves in your orbit. They will do it. They will pull up next to you. They will do it. Just wait. And if you want to holler at her, say something there. Say your icebreaker or whatever. Ain't gonna take much. You know what I mean? All you gotta really do if she's right next to you, if she brushes up against you, just say, oh, excuse me. Tell her, excuse me. Oh, pardon me. And she's gonna start talking to you. That's all it takes. Yeah, that cop literally did the opposite in that scenario. And look at what she did to him on social media afterwards. Facts. Facts, Brother Penny. Facts. Scam is that guy at the gym. LOL. You might be, you know what I mean? That's another thing too. Be aware of what's going on, man. Be aware how people see you. You can tell the changes in subtle changes in people's body language when you walk up to them. Man, no matter where you at. You can tell if you that guy people want to holler at, or if you that guy, like, oh, get away from this dude. Pay attention. Pay attention. So that's it. That's all we got, man. We're going to wrap this up. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with me. I really do. Fellas, work on your game. I can't stress that enough. Go back and look. I'm going to link both these videos, PBD's video and Rich Cooper's video in the description below. So y'all can go back and watch these at your leisure. Go back to their channels and please subscribe. Man, listen. Fellas, we're at a point now where you got to get it together, guys. Before the dating game was very forgiving. They will forgive you for being corny. They will forgive you for saying the stupid thing that dude said. Oh, maybe this makes me a dirty old man, but I don't mind you standing. That's dumb. Nowadays, society is less forgiving. You got to know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing and you get caught up, it's your fault, gentlemen. It's your fault. So be picky, like women are picky. If you're going to go talk to a woman, make sure she's the most attractive woman in the spot. That's my thing. Make sure that you think she's a dime. You think she's a 10. Otherwise, it's not worth your time, in my opinion. You need to get yourself to that point. And yeah, when you're out and about, when you're talking to people at the cash register or whatever, you see the women, always be talking shit. That's fine. Trying to make people smile. That's just part of you getting your social game together. making people smile, saying little things, learning from the experience, learn how to master small talk, right? Because you're going to need that small talk to break the ice when you're finally trying to make your approach on the women you're trying to get with. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going to talk about, I don't know what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but it'll be some more red pill stuff. We'll see what I find. We'll talk about some stuff. And Thursday, we might have Brother Pitney. I don't know if you heard me, but Sister Kate, we might have her on Thursday, man. I should be able to lock that in. We can finalize everything, I think, tonight or tomorrow. But right now, she's scheduled to appear. And if she does, it's going to be a 12 p.m. show. So I'll talk about it tomorrow once I get it locked in. Hopefully, we'll have Sister Kate on here 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Thursday show. And I'm looking forward to that. So I appreciate y'all. The sun is going down. Like I said, I got to go catch up with my brothers. The Castle Club Tampa City Group is meeting today at a cigar lounge. So I'm going to run over there and holler at the brothers and see what they're up to. But like I said, it's always a pleasure. WK. Yeah, bro. WK. So always a pleasure. Appreciate you guys rocking out with me. I'm DL Saint. This is That Really Want to Know podcast. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.